Okay, so let's talk about concrete cutting and silica. Alright, so this one has a reserve tank, connects here. Also you can connect it with a water hose, garden hose, following this blue line, and then you connect directly here. This motor, the shroud is off. It cools itself by what? By going through the fins in the motor. Wait a minute, there are no fins. It's just this blade that when it spins around, magically just cools down this metal a little bit with the air, ambient air blowing on it. So it doesn't really cool down that much. Alright, it doesn't really overheat either. If you overload it, then you can overheat it and it'll shut on. Thermal overload, it'll shut off. Edco product. And it takes this big 16-inch blade. Keep your water saturated. I got somewhere I'm going with this. You gotta wait for it. Give me a second here. So I love concrete, as you guys may know. That's one of the tools I use for cutting. Of course, gas operated too. But I have a $2,500 electric Milwaukee one, the 14-inch. It's a crazy price, I know. But it's battery operated, and you know what? I'm going to put it through its paces real quick, all in one day. If it fails in one day, it's going back as defective. But let me show you, or tell you, this has a tank. The Milwaukee has a tank. It's $500 for a backpack tank. Now this is where this video leads into. Hold on. So what do we have here? Well, $500 Milwaukee tank? No. The Ryobi has a little simple pump. It will pump this gallon out of this. That goes on. This sits on top of what's in my hand. Let's move it aside. All I did was take the little line that comes out of there, connect it to a black line there. It's below the water right now. Here's a watermark somewhere about here now. And there's the black line. I will shorten it, of course. This is a longer hose that I connected. And the batteries for these are a lot cheaper. Although I think the Milwaukee does come with a battery for $500. This is a Harbor Freight backpack one. It was like $50. I've been sitting on it forever, never used it. So I just disconnected it. Initially, I did run it from their pump, from their holes, from their connection, and it pulled right through the pump, no problem. Now I just dropped it direct into the tank. What I propose is putting the lid back on it and strapping this with just disposable wire top clips, strap. Just strapping that to that tank with the lid on. That way it keeps the water down a little bit, and fill it with water from this one, from this side. Fill the tank up with water so that will stay on top. With that said, let's test it. So I press it and look at that. Oh, doesn't work. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. So there's the battery. That's the little pump. And there's our water suppression, our dust suppression system. Our dust suppression system. And that's probably 4 gallons. I think they offer 4 gallons or something. Nevertheless, you don't refill it anyway. That saw that I'm already purchased, is waiting for it to come in around the 4th, I think it is. It's $2,500. It's battery operated. And my other line's ringing. Great. I just wanted to show you this simple system. You can use it for dry also. It's an electrician calling. I got to answer that in a moment. Let's see if I can. Here we go. Let's see if I can try that. All right. So this would get you your dust suppression, and now I just need to hook it up to the off the backpack or on the ground. They hook it up to the Ryobi system, Milwaukee system, and merge them together. And I have a cheap backpack system. It's not $500, but I've used that a few times. So I think they're like $50 for that. And of course you should have the battery. I think it doesn't come with a battery. But Ryobi systems are cheap. That's cheap. So we're talking $100 plus. If you've got Ryobi already, you've got the batteries, and you now can, saw cut inside with the controlled spray, a mist on top of your concrete, without oversaturation. You've got a mobile system. to keep the ground wet. Now, we got to see how this performs. We got to see how this performs. We'll find out. We shall find out. You know, I can increase the pressure by narrowing the tip. I can shorten the hose here where it's pulling from the bottom, not pulling through extra hose. So I can get the hose down to there. That will give me better flow. Instead of pulling through that long length of hose, it'll pull through a shorter length of hose, just like that. And possibly make sure that the inner diameter of this is equal to the inner diameter of that opening there. So say it's almost a 1/4 inch. Maybe this is not a 1/4 inch. Maybe this is so instead of 4/16, maybe this is 3/16 inner diameter. I get that to 4/16, 1/4 inch, right? And all the way down. And now I've got myself another 1/16 of an inch of volume to enter into the pump. So that's always a good thing. Are they rated? Do they give you the flow? It doesn't. I guess I could try to figure that out, but it doesn't matter as long as I have enough water hitting that surface area to keep it from splashing silica everywhere. And we are going through a valve here. Maybe I do like this though. I probably won't do anything. I probably won't change this. This is one of the bigger valves, I believe. So so far this looks very doable. Very doable. I'll look at the Milwaukee's version and see if they claim to do something crazy like 10 gallons a minute. Of course, it's a 4-gallon tank, I think it is. So your job would be complete before you start it. They do allow you to regulate. It does have a regulation on their pump, the water flow. You can adjust it. And this one can be adjusted also simply by how much you squeeze. Let's let the water come up. Okay, it's coming up. I think I'm below it. I might not be. Okay, there we go. So I could dial that down to a valve if I want to, or just squeeze it like that, or squeeze it hard and let it come out. Right now it's in that misconfiguration. This tip doesn't focus any closer than that. I think I'm getting near the bottom of my water. A little spurting going on. Well, the bottom organ. Pretty consistent. It's pretty consistent. I'd rather have that than a $500 backpack brake. I can always replace this anywhere, right? Run to any Home Depot and grab another one of these. The backpack brakes, and you're sending it to the manufacturer trying to figure out your drama. I really like this. I think this is doable. Could you dual off 2 of these? That's very interesting. I could put another one in there and make them feed one line and get a lot more pressure and still be way under their $600 price, I think it is altogether. So this can work. Just want to share it with you guys. Thinking outside the box and engineering your own your equipment for dust suppression, silica suppression.